Leafs, so close. By so close, I mean 5 goals?
What's poppin', everybody? Episode 78. The latest in Funko news, collectibles, entertainment, and sports all rolled into one fun Saturday morning show. Let's dive right in.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
Funko news, some new Funko Shop exclusives. This week included, and we actually teased it last week, a My Melody. This is right up your alley.
Yeah, I love it.
Translucent pink Funko Shop exclusive launched earlier in the week.
I've been waiting for this.
And the die-cast Michael Jordan, which is pimp, $50 USD, but they still have the lazy chase. They didn't do a different pose or a different paint job, different uniform.
Is it pimp though? They could have done a cooler
I like the
pose.
I like
Yeah,
it.
they could have done. They could have done a different pose. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
At
True.
least do like the Jumpman for the diecast.
Yeah, they could have done a different pose, but
do
I
that
guess
as a
it's
chase.
heavy, yeah.
I just can't get it. I can't get a chase. I'd just be sick.
No, I want the regular.
Yeah. I guess you couldn't really do it because the weight.
The other
would,
weight of it. Yeah.
It's pure like.
Well, you could do a diecast
so heavy.
stand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, but it'll break.
Yeah, it'll break.
Yeah, for sure.
The Funko Shop also shared some other retailer exclusives this week. The One Piece moment with I'm gonna screw this up.
Come on.
You already did.
Roronoa Zorro. I'll just say Zorro. Zorro.
Rorona.
It's like a Scooby Doo.
Yeah, Roro. Zona.
Zorro versus King and the Disney Princess Aurora Diamond Hot Topic exclusive also got shared.
Whatever.
Again, with these new boxes, they're putting the Diamond logo on the box so they can do the QR code sticker.
Dumb.
Hate that.
Dumb.
Finally, Funko updated the Funko app
Nobody
with
cares.
a bunch of new features.
Yeah, they're still not going to work.
But the values are still
Yeah.
I haven't opened that thing in
Yeah. What
year.
features?
new features. They did a whole post about
Yeah,
it.
you can order skip the dishes now on it.
Probably. Funko Hollywood this week paid tribute to TV show creator Michael Schur. He was literally across the street getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay.
And then they had him in the shop. A bunch of pops from his shows. If you don't know the name, you'll know the shows. He was one of the OG producers, creators on The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Good Place, Parks and Rec, all of Parks and Rec, and that new Ted Danson show on Netflix, Man on the Inside.
I totally forgot about that
It's so
show.
good.
I got to watch that show.
It's cute. I actually really enjoyed it.
I forgot about that. Okay.
It's funny.
I got to watch it.
Yeah, you should finish that.
Yeah. I haven't started.
But Michael Schur, and he's not even 50 years old, getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But those are some iconic TV shows. So good on him.
Well, good on him. The entire cast of Stranger Things already has their star on the Walk of Fame because last season was so long ago.
So long ago.
Yeah.
We also saw a sneak peek at what the shared sticker will look like for San Diego Comic-Con 2025, going back to the purple. Sure.
It's a sticker.
It's a sticker.
I'll live.
You say that, but then you complain about the other stickers.
No, it's still just a sticker. I'm like, all right.
Well,
whatever.
this one at least it'll be the New York Comic Con last
It
year.
looks like every other sticker that
They
SDCC.
incorporated
SDCC.
SDCC.
Too many C's.
They incorporated NYCC inside the QR Octane code sticker. Then WonderCon, they did them separately. Con and shared sticker next to the QR code. They won't do that for shared retailers. We did a whole show about it.
Yeah.
But San Diego, I assume, with the sticker that we saw, they'll do that for San Diego.
Right.
They'll do the separate ones. And then on Friday, yesterday, was the third limited edition pop drop for the month. This time it was a 3,500 piece royalty tier level. There's only 8 levels, guys.
Gotcha.
Blacklight Mumra, 30 USD.
Yeah.
Fan rewards, early access, only 500 points
Yeah.
for early access. And also check out our show from Thursday about all the scalpers flipping those strawberry shortcake grails literally the same day they dropped. That was a fun show.
Yeah.
Coming soon in the Funko world, we got a sneak peek at the new Fantastic Four First Step Pops Movie's coming out in July.
Cool.
Somebody was worried that some of them were spoiler-ish, but we saw Galactus in the trailer. Mm-hmm. I guess the second trailer did have the Invisible Woman with the baby, right?
Yeah, but they told us that she was pregnant in the first movie. Anybody who's a Marvel fan already knows what kid she has.
So
it's not a spoiler at all.
Yeah, I saw like spoilers, and it's like I saw it in the trailer.
Everyone knows Franklin is their kid.
All right.
So anyway, there's going to be 5 commons, the 6-inch Galactus, and an Entertainment Earth exclusive, the Thing in Trench Coat, which is actually one of my favorite Fantastic Four pops from the OG.
The OG line thing.
That was Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble back in the day.
Yeah.
So this one will be EE with the updated look to it. Mm-hmm. F1 driver. I don't follow F1, so I don't know who this is. Kimi Antonelli. Got a pop coming soon.
It's not Brad Pitt, so I don't care.
If you're in, that's the F1 driver I want.
Yeah.
There will also be a Deadpool and Wolverine exclusive Nice Pool. There was like a sneak peek at the actual physical pop.
It looks pretty cool.
Now, I thought it looks cool, but this character has now been embroiled in the Justin Baldoni trial.
Oh, really?
That apparently he made the character specifically just to make fun of Justin Baldoni. So his lawyers are using Nice Pool as a thing to show how Ryan Reynolds was mocking him. And if you follow this whole crazy thing with his wife and Justin Baldoni,
I haven't followed it.
I thought it'd be really.
How was he mocking him?
That he looks like him, man bun. Talks about was it the onset intimacy coordinator was a joke in the Nice Pool said in Deadpool and Wolverine. And there's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But
whatever.
So
take a joke.
I thought Baldoni can't take a joke.
No.
I think it would be hilarious now that they're making this pop to try and get Justin Baldoni to sign one.
Pretty sure he's not going to do that. But you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
All right, we also saw a leak of a glow-in-the-dark Mad Hatter. It's going to be a future 5,000 limited edition drop on these drops that they're doing now for these tiers.
Okay.
It does look cool. It's going to look like it completely glows.
All right. Cool.
So that'll be coming up at some point.
All right.
Then I saw this announcement. It was Merlion exclusive, and I had to look it up.
Okay.
You might be asking yourself, what the is a Merlion? Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you, K-Dog. It's a famous statue fountain in Singapore. Mm-hmm. The statue's head represents the city's original name of Singapura, which means Lion City in Sanskrit.
Gotcha.
But this is such a popular monument, we need a Funko Pop out of it. It was like a tourism mascot for the city. I feel like this is, unless you're going to sell it and there's a Singapore Comic-Con, I think this is a little ridiculous.
This could be a new direction Funko's going in. Maybe they'll do the
monuments.
Maybe they'll do the big nickel from Sudbury.
Sudbury?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Probably not.
That'd be Chicago.
All right. You
know? Three new Chucky Pops are coming soon.
Those will do well.
There was like a face was half skinned off, wheelchair in a Phantom of the Opera. Plus,
do good.
There was a leak, and I don't know Chucky the anthology well enough, but there was a leak of something called Glenn and Glenda, which is clearly Chucky and Tiffany in disguise as Glenn and Glenda Pops. I don't know. Somebody could tell us in the comments.
Okay.
I don't know what that's from,
Okay.
other than it's from Chucky.
Okay.
American Werewolf in London, a super werewolf, although it is a regular 4-inch pop in the sideways box, is pre-order dropped this week. We were actually hoping they would do that when they announced the American Werewolf in London. They just had the guy.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense.
And I was like, well, that's pretty boring. And then they did a werewolf, which is way better.
Yeah.
Translucent Green Donatello, TMNT exclusive.
Who cares?
All right. Okay. All right.
Pretty boring.
Okay. All right.
Not sure who's sharing it because it has a stupid QR code sticker.
Yeah, there you go.
Target exclusive Spider-Man comic cover. Shocker, it's a Target exclusive. But the cover is really cool. It's the Amazing Spider-Man with the Spidey Strikes Back. Are you familiar with this comic?
A little bit.
It looks pretty cool. I like the
one of
cover.
him swinging.
Yeah, they're all cool.
Yeah, like towards the.
They didn't paint the lines again, so it looks bad.
Yeah,
Probably.
they're all cool. There's just too many of them.
There's a
Way
lot.
too many.
Yeah.
Now, I thought this one might piss off some people that own the original House of a Thousand Corpses Captain Spalding Grail.
Mm-hmm.
They're remaking that pop plus 2 more in probably an anniversary edition of House of a Thousand Corpses.
I think they should when it's Grail,
Yeah,
they should leave it alone.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
I agree.
And it's not about value. It's not about any of that.
Yeah.
Or it's just like people are proud to have these pops.
The OG.
The OG stuff, and then it's going to drop in value because now it's just available everywhere.
And it'll be a common.
That'll be common.
Speaking of which, they're also going to remake some of the Watchmen pops.
Again,
So
also
that
Grails.
Dr. Manhattan, which is a Grail.
Yeah.
We had that once, I remember. And then they're also doing Silk Spectre 2, but they didn't do Rorschach, which I thought, or the Comedian. There's other ones that they could have done.
Yeah.
Toy Story 30th Anniversary Pops. I thought these are pretty sweet.
Every single one of these is perfect.
They're fire. These
Yeah.
are
They
once
did-
in a while, Funko.
They did a good job.
Once in a
Although
while.
we do need a new Zurg.
You nailed it.
That's right. Yeah. No, they could use a new Zerg.
The old one is too old. I need a new update.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Specialty Series Sid is holding Buzz and Woody, a bunch of new commons, and an exclusive Woody on Bullseye pop ride. That one will be an exclusive as well. But yeah, these are great. Alien held by the claw.
Yep.
Perfect.
They're all good. I like these. In other collectible news, our new friend and follower of the channel, Funmaker Mike,
He loves us.
and Rocky Moto, they're at 3D Retro today.
All right.
In Las Vegas at a launch event with Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. There's going to be a signing. There's limited tickets available and a bunch of slurp prizes.
So there's going to be a Fluffy Gabriel, whatever his name is.
No, he's just
He's
there.
just there.
He's there at
They're not
the
doing a Rocky
Moto
Fluffy.
Fluffy.
No Rocky Moto Fluffy.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Celebrity clout.
Yeah.
He's going to be maybe signing some stuff for people. I don't know.
That's cool.
And they're introducing 3 new figures, so it's kind of a launch party.
Yeah.
So how do we know not one of those is fluffy?
They showed the
Oh,
3
they showed them.
molds,
Okay.
and none of them say Fluffy.
No. All right. Well, there you go. And in entertainment,
Yes.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah.
They killed it.
We called it.
Let's call it like it is.
We said that they were going to crush it.
But they really crushed it.
Yeah, they did great.
Like 116 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I was almost going to say 151 million
No,
domestic.
no.
51 million domestic.
51 million domestic
160 million worldwide on a budget of 50 million.
before marketing.
Yeah.
We got called out on that on a previous show.
Okay,
So I've
before
included that now.
Okay.
That is before marketing.
Before marketing.
So pretty good.
Did they do a lot of marketing for Found Us?
Oh, yeah.
Did they? Okay. All right.
And some of it is ingenious.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about the trucks with like the logs on them
Oh, right.
and putting across the tailgate like bloodline, Final Destination bloodlines.
Okay.
They're just driving these ratty trucks around.
Well,
That's clever. It's
for them.
great. Yeah.
Good for them.
I liked it a lot.
Thunderbolts dropped to second, only did 16.6 million.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bit. Is that third week? Fourth week? Fourth? All right, that's a bit of a drop
Fourth.
off.
I believe
don't know.
it's fourth.
So, and Sinners is still making money.
They're making bank.
Like third place, 15 million.
Yeah.
They're going to be in top 3 till like 4th of July.
It just word of mouth. Like
Yeah.
people are absolute. Was
It's only
it fourth?
third week.
That was third
Third,
weekend.
third.
This is coming up as fourth.
Fourth week. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Minecraft dropped to 4th, but it still did 930 million worldwide.
As of now.
So-
yeah, it'll hit a bill.
It'll hit a bill, and then once they do digital downloads, I think digital
That's
downloads,
now.
it's available.
Digital's now,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So-
but I feel like people are still going to see it in the theater. I think they'll keep it in theaters
Yeah.
with the digital download and do to try and hit that billion. You want
Yeah.
that clout, right?
Yeah.
Be a part of the $1 billion club.
But it's all over this weekend, anyways, because biggest movie of the year is coming out. The new Stitch live action movie launches Friday.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Sold out domestically, of what I've heard. So get a chance to check it out. And Mission Impossible. But
and the Final Reckoning.
yeah, just Final Reckoning. That's just
Tom Cruise.
Whatever.
Did you see Tom Cruise on Pat McAfee?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He was like, and Pat McAfee did a callback to 2022, I think probably when Top Gun Maverick came out.
Okay.
He's like, one of his guys was joking and like, oh, we should book Tom Cruise. He's like, we can't. Well, look at us. We can't book Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is booked. Yeah. He went on Pat McAfee.
You can do it now, McAfee, because you're huge.
He's huge.
Huge. That's cool. Yeah. Mission Impossible.
Which is going to be number one?
Well, Mission Impossible. What are you talking about?
No, I think Lilo and Stitch will be
Lilo and Stitch might be number one.
Is James Marsden in it?
No.
No.
He's not in Mission Impossible either.
If he was, though.
I'm really, really torn on this. I think there'll be 1 and 2.
But it already has the advantage. It's an hour and 45 minutes, and Mission Impossible is 3 hours. So you already get double those showings for Lilo and Stitch.
And more of an audience with parents and kids.
Yeah. Right? All right.
I think I got to lean Stitch is going to beat Mission Impossible. But Tom Cruise is pushing this movie. He is all over everything, social media-wise, and pushing it with media. He is doing every interview possible.
Well,
so it'll be interesting.
Tommy, if you're watching.
Yeah.
I got you, man. I'm not seeing that Lilo and Stitch crap. I'm going to see
MI8.
Final Destination Blood Reckoning.
Blood Reckoning.
Double feature.
Or whatever it's called. What's that one called?
Bloodlines. Blood Reckoning.
And then I'll see Mission Impossible after.
There you go.
Yeah, so, all right.
Nice.
Kieran Culkin's been cast as a young Caesar Flickerman.
Correct.
In the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So there's a new Hunger Games?
So it's a
TV series?
No.
Is it a movie?
It's a movie.
Gotcha.
So we have the original Hunger Games movies.
I haven't watched any of them.
Then we had the prequel.
Actually, I watched the first one. I'm like, this is a pretty dark goddamn movie.
It's pretty dark. My son's really into it.
Like, seriously.
That's
read all
the first
the books.
one. They get darker.
Yeah.
So the Songbirds and Snakes prequel of like President Snow when he was in his Hunger Games was a movie 2 years ago and a book.
All right.
So they wrote a book about Haymitch's Hunger Games, which he was the coach of Jennifer Lawrence.
Woody Harrelson?
Sorry, who did I say? Yeah,
no,
Haymitch.
But that's Woody Harrelson.
Oh, okay. I thought
for
I
him
said
to
the wrong name.
know. For him to know.
Woody Harrelson's character he was in the 25th Hunger Games, the Quarter Quell. And anyway, they reference all that, but now they're making a prequel movie, so they need younger characters of people from the originals. And I actually thought it. Kieran Culkin was a good cast, and also Donald Sutherland died, but they need a younger President Snow, and it's going to be Ralph Fiennes.
Okay.
Was also cast. If you're into Hunger Games.
If you're into Hunger Games, there you go.
This is good news. I can't remember Caesar Flickerman. It's who's that? Who's the actor? The Pelican Brief, Devil Wears Prada.
Denzel Washington?
No. You know what I'm talking about. Loves to just do Italian cooking on social media now.
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci. The Tooch. So, yeah, Kieran Culkin, I think, will do a really good job.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Even though Tucci still looks young as hell.
He still pulls it off.
Yeah.
That's what happens when
That's
you have
a deep cut, by the way.
a glass of vino every morning.
Oh, he is. The wine.
with breakfast. Yep.
That was a deep cut, by the way, the Pelican Brief. That he was the hitman in the Pelican Brief.
That was very
That was a deep cut.
I would never put those two together.
All right.
So, yeah. A new trailer for Zootopia 2.
Yeah, it was like a little teaser.
That's cool. Zootopia 1 was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it. So that's sweet.
It'll be in theaters in November.
Yeah. This trailer was amazing.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was irrelevant.
Second and final trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth.
I hate to say it.
Coming July 1st.
I think we need one more trailer.
One more?
You just got to give us more, man.
They will on the day it launches.
This movie I don't know about this movie.
I think it'll be a popcorn movie. I think the plot's going to be stupid, but I think it'll be enjoyable.
Now here's the question.
Okay.
if the Dominion wasn't so bad, will we feel the same way about this movie coming up?
No, we'd probably be excited about it, but Dominion was the worst movie ever
Dominion
made.
was so
Made
bad.
Godfather 3
But it also
look like-
made money, though. It did
I know.
over $1 billion.
Of course it did, because it's dinosaurs.
Well, that's why I'm feeling like this will.
It'll still
It'll
make a
do
shitload
well.
of money.
It's the
It'll make a
difference.
ton of money, but it's, I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't mind the new trailer. I felt it was a smidge darker,
I didn't
but
watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not
We'll
watching
see.
them.
I don't know. Whatever. Scarlet Joe, I'm in. Whatever.
Too many
Yeah.
spoilers.
if you can watch ScarJo run around in a white tank top with a sniper rifle, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got dinosaurs?
All right. If you got dinosaurs, it's going to make
Red
a bill.
light, green
It's
light?
going to make a bill.
Red light, green light.
Yeah, it's going to make a bill. Dinosaurs, bill. Scarlett Johansson, bill point 2.
Mahershala Ali, because
Yeah.
they're never going to make that Blade movie.
Nope.
He's gonna hold a sword in this one, and that's how he's gonna get it.
Yeah, that's
cool.
what it'll be.
Yeah, this is super cool.
All right.
Also, the first teaser trailer for
Yeah.
the It prequel, Welcome to Derry, came out. Now,
Creepy as
this storyline I am extremely excited about because people don't dive into this as much. If you don't know, Pennywise's biological father was actually Ronald McDonald. And he was going to follow in his footsteps, but he was just too creepy. So they sent him to the Shrine Circus, right?
Oh, okay.
Where he thrived for a while. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But then he got in with the bad,
Yeah.
bad
The bearded lady.
You know,
and-
the Shrine Circus.
Yeah.
You know,
The guy who can lift
what
the
goes on
dumbbell.
behind the scenes of the Shrine Circus,
yeah,
right?
just
it's-
some weird
so it's bad. And then the huge feud between Ronald and him and the Hamburglar got involved.
Okay.
He was trying to be like a peacemaker, and I heard he is in this movie, by the way. The Hamburglar is
in
this.
the TV show.
No, in this Welcome to Derry.
Prequel series.
He is.
Yeah. Okay.
which
That's
is
impressive. I didn't know they were gonna
I didn't think they were going to cast
get the
him.
licensing.
I didn't think they were going to be able to get him in. But it's going to be exciting. People are going to be really into this because, again, McDonald's is suing the him. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. But I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited.
There's no premiere date set, but it will be on HBO Max, which they brought back the HBO part.
Yeah. I wonder
and
how much they paid
Crave.
someone to put Max on the end of it. You
Yeah.
know? Let's just go HBO Max. And
Well,
then,
they've gone back and forth twice now.
John Oliver lit them up on Sunday.
Yeah, it's
it was
stupid.
so funny.
It's so
it was
stupid.
so funny.
Also, there was another TV trailer.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's The Bear.
Yeah, season 4.
I feel like we got a lot of seasons of The Bear coming out. Are we getting 2 a year now?
Now, it's been a year.
Has it been a year?
I think so.
I felt like it's been like 6 months.
It'll
Anyways,
be...
I like The Bear. I like Jeremy
June.
Allen Smite with whatever his name is.
White.
Jeremy Allen White.
I want to see him in the Bruce Springsteen biopic.
Oh,
yeah.
early Oscar buzz on that.
Yeah, well, it's gonna-
Apparently
it's gonna
he's killing it, and the boss visited him on set.
Yeah.
Told him what a good job he's doing.
That's awesome.
But he already has Golden Globe and Emmys from The Bear.
Yeah. He's doing the Bob Dylan, Timothy Chalamet.
I actually think he could have won or gotten an Oscar nomination if he didn't. Best Supporting Actor for the Iron Claw.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
That
he
movie
was,
got snubbed hard.
he was
that movie.
so
that
good
movie
in
was
that.
really good. If you're looking to cry anytime soon, watch
Oh
that.
my god, that was depressing.
Yeah, it was.
but it
pretty
was
depressing,
good.
But it was good. So,
Yeah.
in other news, TV
Yeah.
news, a Scrubs reboot has been confirmed. Zach Braff is coming back.
It's happening.
Which I guess is good. You know?
Yeah, we'll see how they do it.
Yeah.
But I like the creator of Scrubs is Bill Lawrence, Cougar Town,
Yeah.
Ted Lasso,
Cougar Town's so funny.
Ted Lasso, Shrinking,
Yeah.
all of these. So I actually imagine that this reboot will probably be on Apple TV Plus.
That'd be good.
I hope they just do it right.
I like Zach Braff.
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox got announced he's coming for Shrinking season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because and he's coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
To do this, I assume if you're a Shrinking fan, you know Harrison Ford's character has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's coming in as a Parkinson's patient to kind of mentor or help Harrison Ford's character. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah.
But
That's
that'd
cool.
be cool to see him in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In sad news, George Wendt, Norm from Cheers,
Norm!
passed away. Funny quick story about this.
Okay.
Back when I was in high school, I came home one day. I don't even know where I was. Came home. My dad's like, "You're not going to believe what happened today." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, I had a beer with Norm in the driveway. And I was like, what? And he's like, I was looking out the window, and I was like, that looks like Norm from Cheers standing in my driveway.
Okay. And this is Newmarket.
This is a Newmarket.
Okay.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
And he's like, Norm was standing in our driveway. And I'm like, how was Norm standing in our driveway? And turns out, Hostage for a Day was a movie with Norm and John Candy, and a bunch of it was filmed in Newmarket.
Oh, that's so cool.
And a bunch of it was filmed on my street.
Oh, that's neat.
Which I don't understand how we didn't know they were filming on my street.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. But anyway, so my dad went out.
Brought some beers.
And they just started talking. And then my dad, joking around, said, do you want a beer? And he was like, yeah. And they just stood in the driveway and talked for like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Norm.
Oh.
So that sucks.
The tributes from all the Cheers cast members and Jason Sudeikis. A lot of people don't know that Jason Sudeikis is George Wendt's nephew.
Yeah, that sucks.
There was a lot of great tributes this week.
Yeah.
And the you and I have been there.
Yeah.
The Boston actual Cheers bar.
Yeah.
Put a corner stool, beer and flowers, and people, they're going to keep it there.
Oh, that's cool.
As a memorial to George.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Cool. Tire Season 2 coming June 5th.
Netflix.
Shane Gillis.
That was so funny.
I'm in.
There's a clip on social media for not a trailer, but just a clip to promo season 2.
Yeah.
Is he wearing the glasses?
Yeah, the glasses are so funny. Yeah, they're badass. Or whatever he says, it's like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah. And then this weekend, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to watch this.
Right?
Pee-wee Herman documentary. Pee-wee Herman, which, by the way, as much as there was some things that went down with
there
Pee-wee
was
Herman,
one incident.
He was beloved by comedians and other actors. Like
yeah.
Paul Rubens was loved by people.
Absolutely.
And if you can't, he didn't do anything wrong.
If you can't whack-a-lack-a-ding-dong at a movie theater,
well, yeah, I mean,
then what's this world coming to?
like, wait, he wasn't watching The Parent Trap or something. He was in an adult.
He's in an adult theater.
He's an adult theater.
They don't have those anymore.
You know, I know. What's going
It's
on?
a real shame. We should bring those back.
What's going on? You know, we should bring those back. You know?
But anyway, one time shouldn't diminish the joy that he
I think
brought.
it was the one time he got caught.
The one time he got arrested. But
he was beloved. That's what I'm just saying. Yeah.
Absolutely nostalgia, and self-made. He created the character. Mm-hmm. He was actually best friends with Phil Hartman. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna watch this because I know some of the backstory. Yeah. And it was Phil Hartman that helped him push this character and was a writer on the Pee Wee Herman show.
Yeah, I heard
and
that. Where did I hear that?
He co-wrote the screenplay to Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Phil Hartman.
Right.
And they were best friends. Lawrence Fishburne got his break. Yeah. On Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, did they do something about that on Dark Side of Comedy? I think they talked about that. There was something about Phil Hartman.
Oh, being the Phil Hartman thing?
It might have been the Dark Side of Comedy, and they talked about that, yeah.
So I really want to watch this. I also remember him from other stuff non-Pee-wee related, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He did some other cool TV stuff later into his years. So I'm excited by this. I think it'll be educational for people who are kind of half fans that could really learn some more about Paul Rubens. But at the end of the day, whatever went down that one time he got arrested, regardless, I think he's a pop icon treasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
And in sports, just a bit offside with kdogandfish, the Winnipeg Jets and Toronto Maple Leafs just sucked a big bag. Yeah. Just blew it real hard in
wasn't great
NHL playoffs. They're both out. Super sad. Jets lost Game 7 in overtime. Real close game to Dallas compared to the Leafs, who got embarrassed at home in their Game 7, 6-1 to the Florida Panthers.
I think Florida just showed how good they are.
Yeah, they're really good.
They really just turned it on, and it was like, sorry, guys. And then Toronto collapsed. I mean, I feel bad
Yeah.
for the Leafs fans because they really. But you guys got to blow that team up.
I think Marner, everyone knows Marner's gone. I don't think that they can trade Austin Matthews at this
Well, I don't
point.
know. I
But
don't
the guy's I'm sorry if you're a Leafs fan, and I cheer for him. I want a Canadian team to win the cup.
Yeah.
And when the Jets got eliminated, I was like, "Okay, Leafs, let's go win Game 7."
Yeah.
But Austin Matthews chokes in the playoffs. He is
It was kind of a no-show.
no show. He's a ghost. He is such a good player.
Yeah.
Regular season, playoffs, you don't even know he's there. Just saying.
Just he's got to do more saunas.
Yeah, that's the key. So now it's Florida versus Carolina. At the time of recording, 1-0 Florida.
I think Florida's taking this.
Florida's taking it. I agree. And it wasn't even close. And in the West, our last hopes of a Canadian team getting a Stanley Cup now lie with the Edmonton Oilers, which McJesus deserves a cup. He's the best player on the planet. But they lost Game 1 6-3 to Dallas, and it was 3-1 Oilers going into the third. And I was like, oh, they got this. I started watching the studio season finale, and then it was 5 goals in the third period, 6-1 Dallas.
If we've learned anything from this year's playoffs, it's never over.
It's never over.
It's never over.
Yeah, look at the Jets Blues game.
It's never over.
Yeah.
You got to watch it right down to the very end.
So this is all that we know at the time of recording, but these are some great games. I hope you guys are watching the NHL playoffs. And if Edmonton can steal one in Dallas before going back to Edmonton, I think they have a great shot.
Yeah.
And then we have a repeat of last year's Cup, but I feel like Florida got better since last year, so I'm a little worried about Edmonton.
Yeah, Florida looks good.
But
Yep.
NBA playoffs, Western Conference Final, OKC. At the time of recording, up 1-0 on Minnesota. It wasn't even close. They dominated 114-88 in Game 1.
Minnesota had a big layoff,
Yeah,
so they could have been a little, rusty, but I think OKC is
they're so good.
they're just good.
And Canadian, second ever Canadian to win the NBA MVP. Who was the first Canadian?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, back to back. By the way,
Yeah.
SGA got MVP.
I was going to say
What? Dude.
Todd McCullough.
Oh yeah, Tom McCullough. By the way, that's a reference. I played against him in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
In high school, he's 7 feet.
Yeah.
Played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Probably, I think the only NBA player from Winnipeg. If I had to put money on that,
Probably.
lots from Canada, but not
Yeah.
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then SGA, after he won MVP, gave his entire teammates all Rolexes as a gift, which pretty nice gift.
This is for you guys
That's what you get,
because I'm awesome, and they gave me this award because I'm so awesome.
and because you guys helped me be so awesome.
I'm going to give you all Rolexes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
In the East Finals, the Knicks lost in a heartbreaker at home, Game 1 versus the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, by the way, preseason voted the most overrated player, just like Josh Allen was last football season. Then he won the MVP.
Right?
Tyrese Halliburton is a killer.
He is now.
He is good.
Yeah.
He is real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So he got the game, what he thought was the game-winning buzzer beater.
That was crazy.
Toe was on the line.
Yeah.
So instead of a win, it went to OT. He pulled back the Reggie Miller Pacers choke symbol that Reggie did to Spike Lee in the 90s. And Reggie was calling the game, by the way.
I would
So
not.
That was cool.
First of all, I don't care win or lose. I wouldn't do that in the Garden.
He did.
I know.
He
But
did.
that shot was crazy.
Yeah.
It bounced off the back of the rim.
So high.
It went like 30 feet in the air.
Remember
You're
we
all
could
just
show
watching
that?
it and then
It fell straight in.
Yeah.
It almost
didn't even touch the rim.
not as many bounces, but it reminded me of the Kawhi buzzer beater.
Kawhi buzzer beater. Yeah. Well, Kawhi had a couple bounces.
It bounced a
that
few
went
times.
straight up, and then it was like,
We'll get claimed for that.
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Then the Pacers won in OT,
Yeah.
138-135. The Knicks had a 14-point lead in that game, and they blew it And if that shot misses, Knicks win anyway. But it went to OT, and Indiana's up 1-0.
I can see this series going 7.
It could, because I think the Knicks are good.
Yeah.
I think that game was super close. It was even close in overtime. By the time that you're watching this, they've already played another game or having game 2 tonight. I can't remember. But I think it's going to be a good series.
No, Knicks are good, and Indiana's on fire.
But I think OKC is headed to the finals.
I think
Whoever
it's
they
gonna
play,
go 6.
Yeah.
they're going to go OKC or the Knicks
OKC.
Pacers?
OKC
6,
and Timberwolves.
Timberwolves
is
are
coming
good
back.
too. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
crapping
he
on
tweaked his
Timberwolves.
ankle, or
No, I mean like attitude-wise.
okay.
After the last game,
okay.
they'll win at least 2
right.
games.
Finally in NFL, there's always NFL news even in the offseason. Brock Purdy finally got paid. That was a big decision that the 49ers needed to make because this guy was the last person picked in his draft.
Yeah.
Basically in play the last couple seasons because of injury.
Yeah.
And started playing really well. They've been to 2 Super Bowls. I don't know,
They had to pay him.
had to pay him,
They had
right?
to pay him. He deserves it.
He didn't get top, it seems like every time a quarterbacks do,
Yeah.
they're now the top paid player.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they didn't give Brock Purdy more than Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
It worked out to be 51, I think.
He's been not
5 years, 265.
He's been not great, obviously, in the playoffs, but you got to think, went to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
And played really well considering in the playoffs, considering you were getting paid nothing,
Yep.
like 0,
Yeah.
whereas Derek Carr just retired.
He just retired.
And Derek Carr was a great player too, but he made $200 million over his career.
Yeah.
They
It was like 11 seasons, though.
I know, but he never had a playoff win.
No.
Nothing like that. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Purdy's accomplished quite a bit considering he was under a rookie contract.
And also completely underrated as the last man picked in that draft.
So I think he deserves it.
Mr.
He
Irrelevant.
deserves it. Yeah.
Sad news in football world. Beloved Colts owner Jim Irsay died
That sucks.
at
That
only
guy.
65. And
That guy.
people love that guy.
That guy was cool. I like him.
Jim Irsay is
know?
there's owners who are complete assholes.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
I don't know if there's probably some nasty backstories to Jim Irsay, but I always thought he seemed like a really cool guy.
Everyone seemed to love this guy. Even when you make the Hall of Fame, you can choose who inducts you.
Yeah.
And Harrison, legends, Colts legends, 3 of them chose Jim Irsay to induct them into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's not sweet.
Last, I have to mention this. Your Packers can suck a big bag of D's because
Why did we have to be the team complaining about this?
the tush push lives, baby.
Why couldn't it be the Raiders or the Saints? Why do we have to be the whiners?
It didn't get banned. They voted on it. The Eagles can tush push. Let's go.
I understand it's not exciting. And is that the argument? Or it's not really
No.
a football play? Is that the argument? I don't even know what the argument is for banning the tush push.
Green Bay, they don't like it because it's automatic.
They should ban it because Buffalo does it so bad.
They're really bad at
Like
it.
their tush push is just a quarterback sneak.
They wanna ban it because their Eagles are so good at it.
Yeah.
They know how to do it. It's basically an automatic first down.
Yeah.
It has been stopped a couple of times, and you should learn how to.
Yeah.
And that's what teams need to do, not ban the play, because it's a
Yeah.
football play. Anyway,
Whatever.
it lives. Another rule change just to end the show. Don't know if this has been voted on yet, but I actually totally agree with it. And it was the Lions originally pushing for this. Seeding for playoffs is based on record and not division winner, which I actually agree with because there's always that one division winner who gets a 4 seed with a negative or 500 record, and it should be the person who's like 15, 14 wins. I think playoff seeding, and then you get a boring wild card game because this team doesn't even deserve to be there, but they won their division. I kind of agree with that one.
Sorry, Tampa.
Exactly.
Because that's you.
Yeah.
He's just talking about you.
I'm talking about you.
Talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right, Brady?
There's at least in both NFC and AFC, there's always one division.
That's why Brady went to Tampa.
Yeah, because he could smoke that division.
Because he's extremely intelligent, and he did the math, and he goes, this division sucks.
I just have to
We
beat
can go 8-9 and still make
these
the playoffs.
assholes. Yeah, exactly.
Like seriously.
Anyway, that's all sports news. What was your favorite part of the show, guys? Funko, collectibles, entertainment, and sports. We want to hear from you in the comments. As well, become a YouTube member. Exclusive content, live shows, discounts on the website, and more. Click the join button to become an exclusive member. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.